Greetings and welcome back, everybody. Earlier on my YouTube channel, actually one of the first, I think, few videos, I do a short dive into a very fundamental skill for ascending leaders. Something that's very pivotal, this notion of the power of feeling our feelings. And today, I wanted to dive deeper into that, unpack it a bit more, as well as provide a practice which correlates to this concept of feeling our feelings, this practice of opening and attuning our hearts so we can actually develop what we're going to talk about today, this emotional granularity or deeper embodied awareness. So if I were to ask most of us, whether we're leaders that are only beginning on our journey or more advanced, how are you doing today? How are you feeling today? Whatever the variation, whatever your culture or language, most of us, if not all of us, respond with good, great, fine, okay, well. And as some of the more experienced people listening or practitioners themselves will tell you, none of those are feelings. If anything, they're symptoms of a greater problem going on around the world, this epidemic of desensitization or bypassing our emotions, or another way of putting it, having our hearts closed and leading with our head and mentalizing our way through our emotions and feeling landscape. And it's a big issue because if you think about it, we have so much stored in our body, in our feeling heartscape, and it gets trapped. These triggers, emotional charges, the residue, as it were, the energetic residue of all these prior experiences and interactions, what have you, good or bad, are all stored in the body as science is more and more starting to understand what these ancient wisdom teachings, which talked about what we're unpacking today, this notion of opening your heart, being more heart-centered, or being deeply embodied and aware and present and mindful, which in this day and age is becoming more and more important and vital, especially in relation to vulnerability and being more relatable as a leader. So it's pivotal. Many of us are walking around and we don't even know it because of various reasons. You know, we can chalk it up to cultural conditioning, work or professional landscapes or corporate landscapes. No matter what the reason, none of us can explain away that we're emotionally bypassing, we're avoiding actually feeling our feelings. And like I said, this is pivotal for ascending leadership. This is very, very key for truly up-leveling and transcending and going beyond simply mere even emotional intelligence. And I'll explain why right now. Because so much gets stored in our bodies, there's a magic to starting to actually pause, churn inwards, and give ourselves the permission, let's say, literally, to say it's okay to feel, it's safe to feel, breathing, pausing, seeing what's coming up. It's very powerful, very alchemically magical. And the reason being that when we actually bring our awareness inwards, when we pause, as we're going to do in the practice in a moment or so, and when we actually go into what is actually arising, not thinking about the feelings, actually feeling the feelings. And oftentimes you know you're on the right path if you look up this emotional wheel that is very popular. It's rooted in psychology and therapy. It shows you flavors of primary emotions and the biochemistry of these sensations and feelings that arise, as well as the secondary. And it gives you words you can start to actually use to develop this emotional granularity. And the beginning stage of all of this is opening our hearts. So when we actually open our hearts, feel what's there, bring our embodied awareness into this body, feel what's present, so much starts to unpack when we start to say, oh, this is what I'm feeling, defining it, processing it, allowing it to play out its natural cycle. So much immense energy is freed up, which is good for our minds, our hearts, certainly our bodies, so we don't enter into chronic distress and dis-ease later from all these stored energies and emotions. And we certainly feel way lighter, much better, and much clearer in so many ways. And I get it. That's why we're going to do this practice, because it's easier said than done. It's hard when you start to develop and start to realize how numb we've been, how emotionally armored we are, and that there's so much more to our feelings, and actually starting to bring that embodied awareness and that magic around. What we start to find is sometimes it's so overwhelming. Whoa, what am I feeling? Or there's so much coming up, or so many emotions, especially if you're more empathic or extrasensory or as sensitive in that way, right? Which many of us are, about 25% of the populace and leaders are. So let's take a moment right now to practice this opening of the heart, which again, much of what I'm saying may seem like common sense. And some of you may have actually done the work and have started this process, so it's going to deepen it for you. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get this chime, closing our eyes, churning inwards, and taking a moment to bring your hands to your heart, rubbing your chest for a moment as you start to open, center, and arrive. Breathing through your nostrils, feeling the breath go in as you rub your chest, saying it's okay to be here now. As we say these commands, I invite you to say them out loud, let them operate, actually let the words work at a subconscious and superconscious level, and even more so, be the words. Literally say, it's okay to be here, come back into your body, drop out of the mind. Allow the breath to bring your mind into your body, and with the hands now on the heart, saying out loud, it's okay to be here now, it's okay to feel, excuse me, it's okay to tune in. Let's breathe, and as we breathe, I want you to feel and concentrate all your intention and awareness, focus all of it to where your hands are, where your breath is coming in and out through your heart, lungs, the center of the torso, where your hands are, this heart center, physically and energetically. Hope tuning in with every breath to this center, to the heart, saying out loud with every inhale, I attune to my heart, I connect with my heart. Every inhale, I connect with my heart, and every inhale, I drop down more and more out of my head into my heart. And actually allowing that to happen, more and more feeling in tune with the physical beating of the heart, the rhythm of the breath, the pulse of the heart, the energy of the emotional landscape. As you inhale and exhale, now start to visualize this heart center as either a valve, or maybe a flower that's about to blossom, or maybe a window that you're about to open. And adding that visual cue, whatever helps to get deeper into this process, into this opening of your heart space, opening of your physical heart. I want you to then say, I open my heart with every inhale and exhale. And as you do that, breathing deeper and deeper through the heart center, I want you to feel as if this energy center, this physical heart, is opening and becoming more expansive. If it's a window, opening the window, visualizing and feeling the expansiveness of that opening. If it's a flower, see it, maybe like a lotus blossoming, or simply maybe an energy valve or a orb, whatever helps you, actually feeling this command of I open my heart with every inhale and exhale. Deepening that connection, and now using that command to operate, do its magic as you literally inhale and exhale. Tuning and connecting to the heart, and now opening it with every inhale and exhale, feeling the front, the back, the top and bottom and the sides of the physical and energetic heart space, becoming more open, more expansive with every inhale and exhale, letting go of any tension, relaxing and opening into this expansiveness of opening our hearts with every inhale and exhale. On the next inhale and exhale, opening your eyes, coming back to this space, and take a moment to acclimate to this deepening of awareness, this deepening of embodied presence, and the actual physical and energetic commanding and opening of the heart space. Tune in now. Now ask yourself, how am I feeling? Do you notice maybe more consciousness, more intention, more presence, which then allows us to actually name, define, and truly tap into feeling our feelings? I'm Hasadegi. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you for your trust in diving deeper into what I consider these spiritual sciences, practical wisdom teachings for leaders around the world to bring more heart and soul back to your work, to your life, and your leadership. And if you don't know, I'm on a mission to bring the heart and soul back to leadership around the world. And you can support me by liking this video, commenting, sharing, and finding out more with the links below about how I can support you on your journey. And join me so together we can raise the vibration of the planet and bring about a more heart-centered, conscious, and certainly vulnerably centered in our power way of being. I'll see you all soon. Much love and blessings.